Oh, there. Okay, it started.
Okay.
All right. Hi, I'm Stephanie Abercrombie, and I'm with Coldwell Banker Award Realtors, and I'm sitting here today with Tiffany McCaffrey.
Hello.
And we're going to do a makeover on me, which is why I have no makeup on today. So we are using Maskcara products, is that correct?
Yep, this is Maskcara makeup. It's a cream-based makeup, and it's amazing. I love it so much.
Yes, and I actually do use it, but I'm actually in need of some more products, and so we thought we'd do a little makeover and maybe change up some of the colors for winter, like you were just saying.
Yes, you got to shade down for the winter.
Yes.
So. Okay,
All right.
so the first thing that I need to do is actually find your color.
Okay.
Do you remember what your color was? Was it
Candlelit?
It was candlelit, so that's right here. You might still be
and
candlelit.
I don't remember what my
Okay.
this one was.
Okay. You could actually still go with candlelit.
Okay.
Maybe let's go shade up just a little bit.
Okay.
'Cause that does look a little light.
I should have brought them, then we would have known for sure.
I could have looked you up online actually. I was going to.
That's all right.
And,
this
and
is
be
more
really
fun.
on top of it, like,
Yeah.
oh, she's not. I just gonna remember her colors. Okay, I think that we might want to go with amber.
Okay.
Were you amber though? I feel like maybe you were amber or sandy.
Maybe candlelit was my highlighter. I don't remember.
Possible. Okay.
There's so many.
Yes. So now that I know your shade, I'm gonna go ahead and contour your face. And when I contour, I like to kind of do like a 3, so kind of like a rainbow on the top of your head, and then we go right underneath. We fill for your cheekbones and go directly underneath that, or you could, if that's hard for you, you could go from the top of where your ear connects.
Okay.
And then just kind of bring that down.
All right. And this is different. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of videos on a makeup application, but it does seem like most people put on their foundation and then they contour. But I've noticed that like with mascara, it's almost like, I don't know, like you apply it in the zones and then blend it afterwards, right?
Yes, you do not have to. You can, I have plenty of clients that will put the highlight color on their face first, which is your all over color, basically your foundation, but we call it our highlight. We call it highlight.
Okay.
And then, but I have other clients that we like to contour first, because we're using less product. It's just one layer on your face, and then you use our perfector sponge to blend everything in, and it's just flawless that way.
That's one of the things I noticed, partly because I didn't buy the contour when I got the other stuff, but putting it all over, it's such a concentrated color that I didn't need as much as I was applying in the beginning.
You don't need a lot, and at first you get nervous because the tins look really tiny, but they pack such a punch that they will last you a really long time. I have clients that aren't ordering, they're taking 4 months to order their main color,
right?
Their all over face color. And that, I mean, the tins are only $14, so that's like better than going with Ipsy and buying colors that I'm like, cancel your Ipsy, you don't need that.
Yeah.
And buy colors that you actually will wear and like.
Yeah. Or you go to Walmart and then you have to wait 20 minutes for somebody to come answer your call because everything's locked up nowadays.
Oh, I know. And we offer free shipping. You never pay shipping with us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, even if it's just one thing.
So, how did you first find out about Maskcara?
I have a friend that was selling it, and I just kind of was following her. She invited me to an online mascara party, and I thought, oh my gosh, this makeup, like the way that these girls put it on, it's so beautiful. And I thought, I'll just do that with my own makeup. And I did for like 9 months, but it just wasn't as flawless. And because it was matte and powder.
Yes.
My makeup was, if I messed up, if I put something in the wrong place, I would have to completely wash off my face and start again. And so I finally gave in and I bought the makeup, and I was just madly impressed. I thought, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Like a monkey could do this. It's so easy. It's like paint by numbers, you know? Right. You just use your bone structure to apply the makeup, and I don't know, it's really convenient, and I feel like it looks so flawless. It lasts all day. I feel like it's even waterproof and sweat-proof because it's cream and not a powder. Right. The makeup goes, I mean, like, I did my makeup this morning and I went somewhere and it was raining, and I went in the car and like all these drops are just staying on my face. They're not going anywhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. I just like kind of pat it off. And
yes. I know I hate like with the other makeup when, I'd be like watching a sappy commercial or read a sappy story and all of a sudden I'm crying and there's like streaks.
Yes.
And you can't overcome the streaks. There's nothing you can do to get rid of the streaks.
No, you have to wash your face and start again. And that's not with this makeup.
Right.
I love it. And it lasts all day if you apply it correctly. And like I said, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like it doesn't even feel like anything's on my face right now.
No, it's really lightweight. And there's no paraben, there's no fillers, and if people have like a gluten allergy, it's gluten-free.
Oh, wow.
And I think they say it's vegan, but I don't believe it is vegan because they use beeswax. You can't.
Oh, so it's not true vegan.
It's not, but it's pretty darn close to it.
Depending on what you're,
Yeah. So right now I've contoured and I have highlighted your face, which are like a person's like main colors besides blush.
Okay.
I am going to use this Perfector sponge, which was dry, and then I got it wet and squeezed out all the excess water.
Okay.
And it's so soft, and it just makes everything look really blended and flawless. It just kind of pushes the makeup into your skin. It sets it a little bit, and it doesn't take off. Like if you have too much makeup on, it will take excess off, but it doesn't like really take off.
Okay. Because that's always my concern with these little beauty blenders is, just gonna have to then go back and reapply because I lost some of my coverage.
Yeah, this doesn't do that. I think it's pretty good. I think it's amazing. Let's put a little brightener underneath your eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and we have a few different colors that are really good for under eye coverage and brightening to make you look alive and awake.
Yes, I need that, especially because I got up at 3:30 with the puppy this morning.
Oh.
I know. She's usually a pretty good sleeper, but she had to get up this morning at 3:30, so I'm a little tired.
So you had to get up too.
I did. Yes.
But that's going well. She's so cute. What did you name her? Little Bit?
Yeah, we call her Little Bit.
I love it. I think that's great.
It's been the hardest thing to try to come up with a name for the puppy. Oh my gosh, harder than naming the children.
Really?
That's because all the children want to have input. And they can't agree either,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's been a little while, but.
Okay. All right, so I just brightened up under your eyes a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use some Bella bronzer and just give you a sun-kissed glow. This is totally preference, but...
Is the bronzer a cream also?
It is a cream. We do have a powdered bronzer. I really like the cream. I like them both actually a lot. I'm just on a cream bronzer kick right now.
Right, yes.
Sometimes
it's funny. I do the same thing. I have a cream and a powder, and it just kind of depends on the day.
Yes.
And what my skin's doing. So, technically we would call you do we call you a stay-at-home mom? You're a work from home
hustles.
Mom. Your side hustles, yes. So besides the Maskcara, you also are a personal trainer?
I teach a women's fitness class.
Okay.
At one of our local gyms. I just kind of rent my space there, and I teach my class. It's just a women's class where they're allowed to bring where they can bring their kids free of charge, which is really huge for other mothers who are stay-at-home moms, who need to work out, who need to bring their children, but don't have a lot of money to pay for childcare.
Yes.
Or even take them to the gym, because some gyms kind of charge a lot.
Yeah.
So I wanted to reach a demographic that hasn't been reached before.
Right.
So
you're all about the women, about making them healthy and pretty.
I really just feel like this is kind of what I'm being called to do, in a sense, is just love on women and help them to see how amazing they are. Like bring their inside out.
Nice.
And it's teaching me to be a much kinder person and to be careful with my words. I'm getting a nice little lesson from the Lord. I'm seriously. He's working on me he's working on me. He's meeting me where I need to be met, which is crazy.
Yes.
And I'm trying to listen.
Especially when you didn't realize you needed to be met there, but then you're like, oh, thanks for opening my eyes, I think.
I just thought I'd pop a little color on these lids real quick.
I like color.
And I love this makeup too, because you can kind of get messy. And then everything is getting blended. None of it is difficult to do. I have had many of my clients contact me and say, "Boy, I really thought I was gonna mess up my makeup this morning. It was kind of crazy, and I'm telling you, I didn't mess it up." They're like, "Anybody could do this makeup."
And I love the brushes because I've never really understood the concept of buying expensive brushes until you use the quality brushes and realize they don't fall apart. They don't, like, normally I would be like blowing little hairs off and trying not to sneeze right now. There's none of that.
Okay, keep them open. This does not happen with these brushes. I have had 2 of my clients have an issue where some of their bristles were falling out, and they contacted our support team, and they sent them out a new brush within like 48 hours. They had their new brush. We have the best customer service that I have honestly ever dealt with. You know, the eyeshadows come in their powder, and occasionally they will break. You just send them a picture and they will have a new one out to you in just a few days. Nice. I mean, your replacement stuff. And we have free exchanges up to 60 days, I think.
Okay.
And then,
so if a color just isn't working for you.
Correct. And if you want to return it, you have a 30-day return policy. Nice. So it's no problem. Yeah. So I've got all your colors on except for your blush.
All right.
What color blush do you normally lean toward? I kind of like
a pinky peach.
We have a new color called Cindy, and I think it's gorgeous. I haven't even used it on anybody yet.
So are these all, what you call it, these would all be blushes, or?
Yeah, these are all cream blushes.
So many choices.
Yeah, and we have more.
Fun.
More down here.
Oh gosh, there's more.
Here. We even do perfume, which is crazy. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the perfume.
Yes. The one thing about our makeup that I feel like stands out is you're buying your individual things, which are not very expensive, and you have your own personal compact to put the makeup in.
Right.
And so the tins are obviously metal because they're tins, and your compact has a magnetic backing in it. So your tins, you just pop off the top and you stick your tin in, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's funny when I got them, because I'd seen your packet, your compact, and then when I got my makeup, like you said, the little tins have like a little sliding lid. It reminds me of the lip gloss from the 80s.
It does, me too. It makes me feel like a little kid again. Right? It's so fun.
I know, exactly.
And and I love that. So like, if you run out of something, if you run out of your color, you just pop it back out and you put your new one in, and you just pop it right back in.
So you don't have like 2 different compacts, because this one still has half the ingredients in it, but you needed a new one because you ran out of some of the stuff.
And you can have everything in one compact. I have this is excessive because these are my artist palettes, but we do have smaller palettes. I should have brought them out. That are perfect for just an individual person. So you have your contour and your highlight, your blush. You can have your eyeshadows in there. I use a specific eyeshadow for my brows just to kind of darken them just a little bit. Right. And then you have your illuminator. And then you can, if you want a larger compact, you can buy a larger one, and you have more space to add to it if you want to do that, if you're like a big makeup person. But all in all, you're just going to have a couple of brushes and your makeup, and you're like, it's a minimalist dream, like,
right.
and it's inexpensive, so it's not, you're not spending a arm and a leg just to look good.
No, yeah, I mean, for you know, for a custom, I would call it a custom makeup line, it's I mean, it's reasonably priced. It's definitely no more costly than the stuff you find at Walmart.
No.
And I say Walmart because a lot of people say like the drugstore, but drugstores can be expensive. So
They
it doesn't
can.
even, I'd say the drugstores are more expensive than this, but it's comparable to, you know, even just amazing how much, you know, makeup has gone up at the stores.
It is expensive.
And I think theft is part of it, which is why Walmart locks everything up nowadays. But and then can't you like use the cream, since it's a cream, you can use the blush for your lips too, like if you wanted your cheeks and your lips to match.
Yeah, so oh my gosh, you can use it for everything. People use their contour like as a lip liner, which is kind of what I'm doing right now for you, to kind of make your lip, like give it a little shadow underneath to kind of make it more
Pop out.
pouty looking. Yes, and then people will use all of the cream colors for their eyeshadow too.
Okay.
And then yes, your blush is also a lip color. And I mean, the list goes on, and our brushes are double-ended, which is saving you money. So,
and space, because I tell you, when we pack to go places, you know, I've got a fairly large makeup bag,
I know, a lot
and
of
I don't
women
use
do.
that much out of it, you know.
but
it's
you don't
just
know
a
what you're
hassle.
gonna need.
You know what you're gonna need, and it's a hassle to try to take it out and put it in a smaller bag. But this, you don't have to, because you just have the compact.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it for that. I'm gonna put a little illuminator on you.
All right. Make me a little shiny.
So we just created here. These are our beautiful illuminators. Right here we have some cream illuminators, and then we have powder illuminators.
I like the one that's called Photoshop, because we all want to be photoshopped in our pictures, right?
Yeah,
Which I think that's what you're using. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I love it.
So we're photoshopping me right now.
So right on the tops of your cheekbones, I like to put it in the peak of my brow. Just kind of like makes your eyes pop a little bit more. Yes, it's so, I love how versatile it is, and I love how you can have all of your favorite colors in your own personal compact, rather than having like a full palette with only a few colors that you actually really use. And that seems kind of wasteful.
That is without a doubt my experience with everything else, like, you know, in the general market. There's always like some colors that, you know, are my go-tos. And really, most of us really do go to the same colors.
We do.
We might, you know, branch out. Like, where's this? Is this the one? Which one has the eyeshadows in it?
Yeah, this one. Oh my gosh.
There is, well, one, this copper. There's the copper and the gold. Oh, but where's that pink?
Oh, it's down here.
Someday I'm putting that shiny pink on my eyes because I love it.
Yes, I do too. It's so
like that's
beautiful.
Like a New Year's Eve, like winter white and pink.
I could pop some of that. These, because they're really true glitter. So if you have a little bit of glitter gel, that's always good to put on. But there's a couple of really great places on your eyelids that glitter could go, and it right in the middle is an excellent spot, and then in the inner corner also, and kind of bring it back just a little bit. But yeah, that like really, look at how much that like just made your eyes pop. It's just so fun. Exactly. And that's the thing, you can, if you get a larger compact that has, that has room for you to grow, then you can get those fun colors in there, and that's awesome. So let's go ahead and put a little, let's put some nude. Lip on you. There we go. There, you're done. Like, really, you could spend as much time or as little time on this makeup as you want.
Right.
It's up to you. You know, how do you want to look, or where are you going? Do you want to be super glam? Do you want extra coverage? Do you just want a light application? Whatever you desire, you can have.
Right.
You know, you can have that look. I always like to put just a tiny dab of powder. We have this Vanilla Dust setting powder, and it's pressed, and then I'll use the bristly part of one of my brushes just to kind of make it a little loose, and then dab one of my brushes in there, and then I like to get kind of underneath the eye. So women who like to bake and they do kind of like, they love this makeup but they want a little bit of a matte look,
Right.
they can get that by just putting a little bit of powder. And then if you want to set your makeup or even prime it, we have a stay spray that is really phenomenal, and we have one that's SPF.
That's the one I have.
30, which is so
That's
awesome.
Huge. Yes,
it is, and it smells amazing too.
Yeah. Well,
and then
the thing about the not only the stay spray, because it helps the makeup to stay, but the fact that there's SPF in the spray. Like my friend Holly was saying, she puts the moisturizer SPF on her face and she ends up getting in her eyes. Now, regular moisturizer doesn't burn my eyes, but SPF moisturizer always burns my eyes. And you don't have to worry about that with that. And you get the last layer of protection on your face, and it's just super easy. You just spray it on.
Yes. And then if you really are trying to be minimal and only have a couple of brushes, we have this cleaner too, which is so awesome. It's called a Restore Cleaner, and you just put a couple of sprays on a paper towel and swish your brush around, and it's clean and it's dry instantly because it does have an alcohol base to it, which is nice. So it's sanitizing, it's conditioning, like they're so soft, and it dries instantly, so you can use it again. There's no waiting. Right.
So you don't have to switch back and forth through the brushes, and you don't have to worry about not contaminating, but like cross coloring.
Yes, yes, cross coloring, and then people don't really clean their brushes very often because it's such an ordeal when you're like cleaning with water and soap.
Yes, and it has to dry overnight.
And then it has to dry overnight, and sometimes you pick up your brush and it's not ready again. It's not dry, and that's frustrating. You want to be able to use your brush right away.
Yeah.
You're just my canvas right now. I just
Thanks,
want to keep
that's
playing.
So how does working for yourself help your family?
Oh, well, working for myself helps. Oh my gosh, my entire family. I can take my kids to school. I can pick them up. I can take them to their extracurricular activities. I can take them to doctor's appointment. I can actually make it to dance recitals or soccer games, where there was a time my daughter was in soccer one full season. I didn't make it to one single game. I couldn't.
Oh, was that when you were working at Safeway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved that job. Like that, I was really good at it. But it was a huge sacrifice.
Yes.
My family had to have for me to work.
Yeah.
And it was great, and I loved it. But I was so ready to be home and be with my family. Yes. And so doing this serves so many other purposes. It doesn't just help my family, but it helps me to connect with other women in the community. Yeah. It helps them to feel beautiful.
Well, and it's hard as a stay-at-home mom, because I did that the first half. You don't get to connect with people, and so then you feel isolated. But this gives you the opportunity to still be home with you. It's like your son's sleeping in his room right now, and we're playing with makeup, and you're doing your job, and it's and it's totally family friendly. But at the same time, it gives you that adult interaction. And feel like you're contributing to society.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one thing that I know I struggled with as a stay-at-home mom was, all I do is sit on the ground and play with Barbie dolls with my 3-year-old, and it was hard.
Or like constantly cleaning up after them. They make a mess, you turn around, you're cleaning up another mess because they're just like the tornado through the house.
Right, and it's a very important thing, and it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to do that, but then to be able to combine this too, and I mean, you could even do mommy play dates and let the kids play while the moms put on makeup too.
Oh,
so that would be fun.
Oh yeah, and I really haven't had very many customers that aren't obsessed with the makeup.
Right.
It's so fun, and all the colors are so gorgeous. And like I said, everything in one compact. I mean, we've got eyeliner, we've got perfume now. I mean, everything in one compact, and all you have to do is take out your used tin and replace it with another one.
I love that.
I know.
So if people wanted to check out your makeup, you have a website, correct?
Yeah, my Instagram, which is under my name, Tiffany McCaffrey, or MCTiff88, because my name is Tiffany McCaffrey. It's McTiff88.
88. Okay.
And then
And that's Instagram, or?
It's on Instagram,
Okay.
and I have a link in my bio where you could just click on that and actually look at the makeup.
Okay, all right.
Which is, it's so convenient, and I do as many tutorials as I can, and I try to post pictures and stuff so people can see how easy and convenient and fun it is.
Okay.
I try to do that as often as possible.
Yeah, I've
But
watched your
of course, life
tutorials.
gets
Yeah.
pretty busy.
Yeah, it does. Are your tutorials on Instagram?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I've watched those.
Yeah, and I don't just do makeup, like any kind of awesome like skincare tips or even like life hacks I try to share with everybody,
Nice.
you know, as much as I can. I'll also do like a lot of meal planning and meal prepping on there too, which I'm just
start watching those.
I'm just about to do that. I want to do
Okay.
I'm going to do a whole 30 winter meal prep.
Fantastic.
And
I'll be following that.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Very
I
good.
love it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so MCTiff88
Yes.
on Instagram if you want to find her link to the makeup and watch her tutorials. And if you have any questions, you can comment on there.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to meet up and get a beautiful makeover and see what the makeup's all about, I'm totally available. Just message me.
The first time we did this, we did it at my house. So yeah, she'll come to your house with all her makeup.
Yeah.
And give you a makeover.
I just might have a 2-year-old running around with us. So
Thank you.
thank you.